Hello, everybody, and welcome to this pitch session. And what a pitch session! We are HEC Paris startup as Changemakers. What a session! I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Jory, to be here as well, and our pitchers. Hello, pitchers! Getting ready? Wow, wonderful. I'm Rebecca Svedge, and I will be your master of ceremony for today. Happy to be here. I really believe in the power of entrepreneurs to drive change. And I'm very curious and excited to discover your project over there. What's interesting for this session is that we're going to explore how tech startups within the HEC ecosystem are innovating to address important issues towards climate change. And I can see that there are projects from agritech to disruptive materials and renewable energy. So let's meet these 5 ambitious entrepreneurs that are raising funds, I think, to accelerate their growth and their impact. Can't wait to listen to you guys. Are you also excited in the audience? Yeah, curious, ready? Okay, wonderful, because we count on you to give good vibes to our entrepreneurs. It's not an easy exercise to pitch in front of everyone in English, so good vibes, support, and challenge, because we will have pitches and Q&A from you, jury members. Yeah, we're also here to challenge you. Happy to discover Emma from HEC Paris, who is going to introduce a bit more about this topic.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Very happy to be here and to represent the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Institute of HEC Paris. So just to give you a quick brief about the ecosystem and what is this institute or startup are part of. So our mission is to lead an innovative and entrepreneurial ecosystem and to have talents, corporate transformation, to accelerate enduring and positive impacts across business and society. And to do so, we have 3 different centers. One which is called incubation and acceleration, another which is on deep tech, and the last one on social entrepreneurship. And they all explore different kind of innovation, different ways of innovating. Over the past 5 years, our startups, all combined, have raised more than 16 billion euros. And so we're very happy to present 5 of them today. We have in our ecosystem, if we only talk about 2023, more than 500 startups that are within our programs. So with the 5 that you're going to discover, you're going to have a small sample. But this sample is a mirror of all our entrepreneurs' ambitions and the way they want to use technology to leverage a different kind of innovation to generate social and environmental impact. They are also a living proof of a continuum that is really embodying what is an ecosystem. Some of them have done different programs. So Voltiris comes from a deep tech program called Creative Destruction Lab and is now at the HEC Incubator. And Effie from Synovance and Tom from TETMET are both mentors at the Creative Destruction Lab while they've been incubees at HEC. So we all partner on this and on the startup acceleration and growth together, entrepreneur mentors, teachers, and the different programs. It's not that easy to raise funds these days, especially when you have a high-tech or deep-tech product, especially when you want to generate really ambitious impacts for society, and especially when you want to change a whole industry. And this is what our entrepreneurs are up to. So this is a very unique opportunity for them and for us to pitch in such a venue as ChangeNOW. So thank you very much for this opportunity. We are, as a community, very happy to be here. And I really hope you're going to enjoy this very exceptional pitch session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma France. Indeed, it's quite a challenge. Thank you for reminding us of that. So let's begin with our 5 ventures. And then we'll have a session of Q&A afterwards. Let's begin with Nicolas from Voltiris for his first Oh yeah, I almost forgot the jury. I'm so sorry. We want to know more about you before the Q&A, so let's talk a bit about yourself in maybe 1 or 2 sentences. The one with the mic can begin, indeed.
Hi, my name is Fabrice Derm. I'm based in Switzerland. I'm an investor, entrepreneur, and philanthrope.
Thank you very much.
Okay. My name is Philippe. I run a small group of company who is also B Corp. Now I'm an impact investor, and I'm formerly also student of HEC. I'm teaching there.
Full package.
Hello, I'm Stefan. I reanimate money. That's my motto for life. I put soul back into the money because most of our money is dead because it's put into projects that destroy the planet or exploit people. So I reanimate money as an impact investor for Cell Invest.
Thank you very much. You don't need to stand up. We have a camera here, just so you know.
And my name is Laurent Monin. I work for BPI, and I'm a senior investor in a fund looking at industrial and deep tech projects.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to know you guys. Sorry I forgot. Now we're going to be able to listen to the pitches. And now he is ready. Welcome, Nicolas. Let's talk about Voltiris.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me well? Yes? Very good. Hi, everyone. I'm Nicolas. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Voltiris. We're based in Switzerland. And at Voltiris, we provide sustainable energy to greenhouse operators. Greenhouse growers are under a lot of pressure at the moment. Their costs have been going up, which has highly impacted their profitability. There is a lot of uncertainty in future energy prices, which reduces their ability to commit to long production cycles, and also increasing demands to be more sustainable. To give you an example, the biggest retailer in Switzerland is now requiring all greenhouse operators to be carbon neutral by 2026. The thing is, greenhouses are a huge surface that is available, but that cannot be used today to produce renewable energy. That is that if you install regular source solutions on top of the greenhouse, you're going to reduce significantly the amount of light that comes inside the greenhouse, and therefore the yield of the crops that are underneath. And that's where we come in with Voltiris. We developed a solution that allows to use the surface of the greenhouse to make a double use of it and also to produce renewable energy without a compromise on the yield of the crops, thanks to this type of technology. This is a spectral filter that we're going to use where we're going to separate the light coming from the sun. The part of the light that is necessary for photosynthesis goes through this film and is transmitted to the crops so that they can grow in the regular way. The part of the light not used by photosynthesis, we take it out and we transform it into renewable energy that can be then used to power the greenhouse itself. Our solution can be retrofitted into existing greenhouses. Therefore, we can also leverage the existing infrastructure. And the energy we produce is also cost competitive for self-consumption, thanks to the fact that it's also behind the meter, meaning that it does not include distribution and network fees. This is what the solution looks like in greenhouses, so for installations. One advantage also of it is the fact that we don't need any building permits. We're inside the building. For growers, we give them an energy contract so that they pay for the energy that is produced and not for the asset itself, removing, therefore, the need for financial investment in order to adopt and benefit from our solution. We were created 2 years ago. Last year, we closed the year with about 200,000 euros in sales. We have now conducted a total of 15 projects. That slide needs to be updated, where we validated that our solution works on the agronomical, energetic side, and also that we're scaling up the size of our installation. And we also have collaborations ongoing with renowned industrial partners, such as 3M for the manufacturing of those films. This year, we're on track to generate about 1 million in revenue over 3 projects. And we have also a strong team of co-founders. So my co-founders, Jonas and Dominic, have engineering and physics background, have a background in business. And also we have expertise in commercial, tech and engineering, finance and project development and operations with a team of about 12 employees. At the moment, we're raising a seed financing round of about 4 million to conduct the last leg of our demonstration. And I hope that I will have convinced you that we're bringing something unique in order to generate renewable energy in greenhouses. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Nicolas. You can come back in a few minutes for the Q&A session. And for now, we're going to welcome the second pitcher, Brian, and he's going to present us his project, Synovance.
Hello, I'm Brian, and we are Synovance. We built Synovance to address global problems using biotechnology. The first problem we're working on is the pollution problem in the fashion industry. The chemical synthesis of indigo uses a lot of chemicals along the way, including some carcinogens. And one carcinogen has actually been found in the blue jeans that you wear. And this brings us to the pain point of our customers, which is the growing regulation of chemicals in their products. Our solution is bioproduction. We've developed a disruptive strain development platform. We've invented new methods to extract sugar from biomass waste. We combine those sugars with our strains in a precision fermentation. Then we separate the dye from the biomass. And what we have is the exact same molecule that's produced chemically. Only our production processes emit greater than 10 times less CO2. It's a plug-and-play process. It requires no changes from a customer to use. There's no chemicals in our product because we don't use any. And we have tests that show that the performance is the same as synthetic. The dye market, total dye market, is quite large. It's 38 billion. And textiles use of indigo alone is over 1 billion euros. In the future, we'll use our platform technology to address diverse markets. We have several industrial POCs ongoing in textile and cosmetic sectors. Our team is our crown jewel. We are highly educated, experienced, and complementary. We obtained the EU EIC funding in 22, and we used this funding to build our 1,000-liter pilot plant in Brie-sur-Marne. And we're in a funding round now, and we're going to use the funds from this round to build our 10,000-liter industrial demo site in Brie-sur-Marne. In 25, we will do another round, and then that will be for our industrial site. So our round is now 6 million euros, of which we have 4 million secured. We're still seeking 2 million euros to close the round. We will use these funds to complete and validate our 10,000-liter industrial demo line. We'll obtain our first commercial contracts. We'll validate some new colors and new products, and we'll do some pre-industrialization studies. I want to thank you, and I hope you would join us as we work towards making the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. The third picture is going to come next. It's Irakli, and is going to present his project, Agronnect. Enjoy.
Hello. Here's the fact. An average Georgian farmer produces 4 times less potato than the Dutch farmer does. An average Kazakh farmer produces 7 times less wheat than the French farmer does. An average Azerbaijani farmer produces 5 times less strawberries per hectare than the Spanish farmer does. And the list goes on. And there's about 15 countries in the world who produce sufficiently while the rest of the world underproduces. Because over 80% of the farmers worldwide, they don't have access to agricultural consultants because it's not available in their region, and bringing them from abroad is not financially viable for the farmers. My name is Irakli, and here's our solution around it. So we spent 10 years consulting and managing over 70,000 hectares of agricultural projects. We came to a great discovery. In order for a Spanish specialist to consult someone in Latin America or a French specialist to consult someone in Africa, they don't need to physically visit the land. And all of this can be done online, just by sending photos, videos, and analysis. And that's Agronnect, agricultural expert marketplace where farmers get consulted by top agronomists online. And because it's online, the cost of consultation is 20 times cheaper and faster than in traditional ways. We not only help farmers double and triple their production, but we also help specialists, including from France, to monetize their expertise worldwide. We collect 15% from each consultation and super valuable data to improve our machine learning and AI tools. This is how customer journey looks like. Farmer describes the problem, uploads photos and videos, and then consultants all around the world send their pricing. If they agree, they chat, they message, and they video call each other to solve the problem together, just like WhatsApp. We launched in September 2023, and we've already penetrated 11 countries, consulting over 3,000, managed over 3,000 consultations and 1,000 farmers. Obviously, none of this could be done without our great team of professionals and a great list of experts, investors and advisors, including from France, who help us grow and penetrate in new markets. And I want to finish the presentation with two photos that have saved over 400,000 tons of grape and potato harvest in Kenya and in Moldova. We are fundraising, so if you're interested, come talk to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irakli. Thank you very much. And the fourth project is Nitrocapt AB. Let's welcome Bjorn.
So hello, my name is Björn Lind, and I'm the strategy director of Nitrocapt from Sweden. And what we do is that we have a disruptive electrification of the fertilizer industry. So nitrogen fertilizers, it's the origin of about 50% of the food in the world. If we would take it away, there would be mass starvation. It's a chemical that we desperately need. It's also the largest chemical in volumes that humans produce. Global market is about 80 billion euros. However, when we produce it today, we are dependent on fossil feedstock. So there will be a massive greenhouse emission. Actually, the footprint is larger than the aviation industry, only this process. And it's also, we're also dependent on countries that we don't want to be dependent, especially in Europe right now. The whole European fertilizer industry builds on the business model to buy cheap gas from Russia. It's not feasible. So we have invented a patented solution that we call Sunifix. It's short for sustainable nitrogen fixation. We switch from the fossil gas to oxygen and renewable energy. And what we get is not ammonia, it's nitrate. And nitrate is the premium product on the market. It has already 45% market share in Europe. If we do this, it's 100% climate neutral, emission free. But actually, it's even economic because it's more energy efficient, but it's also economic in moderate scale. So we can build small local plants to secure the local supply chain. And we can operate off-grid with off-grid electricity. This is the key slide why we will be disruptive on this huge 80 billion market. If you look at the gray staples, you see the old ammonia. You have a theoretical limit for the energy required to produce 1 ton, and that is 7.6 megawatt hour. With our technology, we are already at 11.3, but we have a roadmap to 3.4 because the theoretical value is actually as low as 0.66, so 1/11. So in theory, this is the future. This is the pilot plant that we are finalizing right now. We have ordered all the parts, and we will mount it after the summer. This is the full-scale plant that we will start to build next year. And we actually have already 14 LOIs for these full-scale plants. 14 LOIs. The market is screaming for our solution. And yeah, this was the time.
Thank you, Bjorn. Thank you so much for your pitch. We'll get to know a bit more about you during the Q&A and at the networking area. Let's welcome the last speaker. It's Tom about his project TETMET.
Thank you. Yes, so my name is Tom Vroemen. I'm the founder and CEO of TETMET. And well, normally we would actually see it outside, but the Eiffel Tower is an example of a lattice structure. It's a way to structure materials in an extremely efficient way. And this is a field of mechanics that has been researched for a very, very long time. You can do it at the scale of the Eiffel Tower, but you can also do it at micro scale or meso scale. It's the ultimate way to structure materials so that they can outperform anything else. This is something that hasn't been possible. So now the premise of our company, TETMET, is to make this possible for the physical world, to unlock all this research on an industrial scale. So if we manage to do this, we unlock huge markets. Like most of industry, construction industry, automotive, aviation, consumer products, it's a bucket of 2 trillion in material use that can actually be made more efficient with lattice structures. But also, we can tweak material properties. We can make programmable materials, which allows us to make special materials for space, for aerospace, for defense purposes, which is a very high value opportunity that can be unlocked in the short term. Our process, which we've patented last year, allows us to do this using 2 orders of magnitude less resources. And this sounds like a bold claim, but we're having this validated by an independent university. And if you look at engineering progress in the last decades, you can see it's a natural progression from topology optimization to metals 3D printing to what we call the rod-based mesh in our technology. If you make apples with apples comparisons, we make sure that our customers can save on material, energy, and on total costs. And we already work on POCs with paying customers, such as the big names you see here. And what I really pride ourselves in is that we managed to do this across multiple industries. It's not only one vertical, it's multiple verticals. Our products go from helping engineers design for these lattice structures to the industrial application. It's a software-based solution that allows our customers to implement off-the-shelf robotics. Our team consists mostly of repeat entrepreneurs from reputable companies and PhDs in material science and engineering. We've raised about 750K to date from all across the world, as you can see. And right now we're raising 1 million to bridge this year in R&D to scale up to an 8 million round later this year to scale. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for your pitch. You can stay with us because it's time for Q&A session. So we'll call all the pitchers, entrepreneurs, Voltiris, Synovance, Agronnect, Nitrocapt, TETMET. Are you ready? Yay, you can stay on my right. Yeah, so that the camera gets everyone. Let's move on your left. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Dear jury, it's your time. Please make sure that each pitcher gets at least 1 question, please.
Thank you very much for this presentation. Very, very interesting. And my first question would be for Brian, for Synovance. First of all, I think there's tremendous potential there. And my question would be, what makes you different in terms of process and the overall project in comparison with startups that also emerge in this field of dyeing, like Pili or the startups? Where do you stand?
Okay, so our strain development platform technology is based on synthetic genomics. And so it's built on more than a decade of research looking at how the genome folds. And we've been able to uncover the fundamental mechanisms of this regulation and recreate it synthetically. And so now we have an optimized strain development platform, and we also have a very deep fermentation technology where we actually go in and we re-engineer the fermenters we use and everything.
Thank you.
Hi, I've got a question for Agronnect. You've shown us the impact you had with 400 tons of ropes. Is there any other impact measurement that you have in mind?
That's a great question because this is our first year when we will actually have the whole process documented. So we're going to measure how much the farmers will increase their production, and as a fact, they decrease the chemical usage. Because once they go to independent consultant, they don't buy as many fertilizers and chemicals as they would otherwise do. So we're planning to document it, all this, and after 1 year, when we meet again, I'll have the full list of impact that we are bringing to the table.
See you in a year then.
Okay. What? I have a question for Voltiris. Okay, so you say that you sell energy as a service. So what is the price of the electricity you are selling per megawatt or per kilowatt?
It's going to depend. I mean, it's an interesting question, but it's going to depend a lot on the specificities of how much is sold to the grid, how much is sold to the grower, how much of the greenhouse are we covering, do they need that energy direct for the operation, etc. We know that we can be competitive with the alternatives. We know that we're cheaper than the alternatives. Usually for the offers that we currently have, with a solution that is not yet fully industrialized, we're already 30% cheaper than what the grid gives to the growers that we're working with. So that means that instead of buying from the grid, the grower would get an energy that is 30% cheaper while buying the energy from us. And at the end of the contract, he would become the owner of the solution, which is also superior to buying from the grid in that sense.
Thank you.
I got a question for Tom. And the question is, on first hand, what's really your moat? What's the barriers of entry for others going in the same direction? And combined with this one, how far are you on the POCs? How long are they going to take till they are going to materialize and have a decision?
Yes, so first about your defensibility question. So we've basically patented the outcome of the process. So whatever you can reverse engineer is covered by our patent. But mostly what's like the rocket science to get this done is the know-how in the process. And that's something we don't have to reveal because it lives in our software, which we can offer like a cloud service and standard robotics. On top of that, there's a substantial machine learning layer, which requires a lot of bespoke data. And this data is generated the more we build. It lives on our servers. So this data lake is basically also a third level of defensibility.
And the POCs?
So, for instance, with Safran, we're working on the legs of airplane seats. With Peri, we're working on the support of scaffolding for construction industry. With Stellantis, we're working on a car part, which I can't reveal. And in space, we're working on a payload adapter, which is the part that holds the satellites to the launcher.
Thank you. Next question.
Yes, I have a question for Nitrocapt. Actually, I do agree that ammonia is a tremendous issue. I have in mind 2% of the global emission in the world, which compare with aviation. You are absolutely right. So my understanding is that you're going to deploy your solution on small units, kits, on multiple sites. Now, there's going to be a lot of maintenance and troubleshooting issues. How are you going to deal with that if your sites are all remote?
Our first site we will own, maybe the first two, as a demonstration. How should I say it? We will mass produce these containers so that that's how we make the scalability. But of course, yes, if we have many sites, we need to also be responsible, at least for the key component, the reactor, ourselves, and we cannot let that to the customer. So we need to have like a urgency team going and fix that.
So you'll have a team that move around and
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for your pitch. Congratulations on your project. Thank you for your questions at the end of our session. Thank you to the audience for having been there. If you want to go deeper into those conversations, you have a networking area over there, and we're gonna go to our next pitch session about cities in partnership with Saint-Gobain in just a couple of minutes. See you there, and if the pitchers haven't come yet, please come so that we get ready.